and we did our whole presentation on video. So we're gonna show it to you now, and that's pretty much it. So, okay.
Hello, today we are here with Taylor Barkus, and she is with Montana 4-H BioScience and working with infectious disease. And she is going to tell us a little about her project that she has been working on this past summer. Taylor, how does BioScience work? How does 4-H BioScience work?
Well, we have like a lot of teams come from all over Montana, and they go to Bozeman, where there is the university, and we stay there and we learn about many different programs about the bioscience, metabolomics, neuroscience, infectious disease. And my team has 4 people on it. There's myself and Emily, Brighton, and Hannah. And so we just kind of go there and we work with professors, and we learn a lot about the different sciences. And we do some experiments and hands-on work as well.
Cool. So what was your experiment about?
Well, our experiment was about bacteria growing in the mouths of pigs, horses, dogs, and humans. And we were trying to figure out if we had to eat after one of these animals or a human, what mouth would be the cleanest.
So what were your hypothesis?
Oh, well, we had many hypotheses. We had 4 people, and each one had a different hypothesis. So Bryden's hypothesis was human was the cleanest, then horse, pig, and dog. Hannah's the cleanest was horse, human, pig, and dog. Emily's was human, dog, horse, and pig. And then mine actually was the same as Hannah's as well. It was horse, human, pig, and dog.
Okay, so what were your results? Were they anything close to what your hypothesis was, or no?
Not really. The dog's mouth was the cleanest.
Oh, really?
Yes, we were actually quite surprised. And then it went to human, and then to horse, and then to pig. We were actually extremely surprised about the horse and the pig. We thought their mouths would be a lot cleaner than it was, and they were actually extremely dirty. So, well, the plates are on a scale from 1 to 4, and there's 3 different plates we used. We used TSA, MAC, and the CNA plate. And from 1 to 4, we gauged how much bacteria grew on the plate. And the pig was a 4+ for the TSA, a 2+ for the MAC, and a 3 for the CNA. And then the dog, which was being the cleanest, there was a 3 for the TSA, a 0 for the MAC, and a 1+ for the CNA.
And thank you for joining Taylor Barkus and I and listening about Taylor's and her team's project in infectious disease. Thank you and good night. Hello, today I'm here with Bryden Bowman. For the past summer, he's been working with Montana 4-H BioScience. His project has been neuroscience. So Bryden, what is neuroscience?
Well, thank you for having me first. Neuroscience is a study of your brain and your sensory systems.
Okay. What was the project that you did?
Our project was seeing how sensitive and making masks of our faces. So this one is one of my teammates, Emily's mask, because I forgot mine.
So, what are the different colors?
the different colors here is how more sensitivity. Like lighter colors are the less sensitive, and the darker ones are the more sensitive.
Oh, okay, so you just touched your face to see what difference.
We had these prongs, and they got bigger to smaller, and when you can decide which one you felt like 1 or 2, the smallest one is what your number is.
Wait, that is very interesting. So what did you learn?
I learned that never to trust. Well, you trust, but sometimes it gets weird for your sensory systems because you might see something and feel another, and it's just kind of brain teasing for you.
Oh, so I bet it's a very interesting project to do.
Yes, it is.
So what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was seeing all the different illusions, and like you can go online and pick out a bunch of them that you really like.
Oh, that's cool. Well, thank you, Brian, for being on the show
Thank you.
today. This has been Brian Bowman with me on the show today. Thank you, and have a good night. Hello, we are back with Emily Harms this time, and she is also working with Montana BioScience, but in the category of metabolomics. Emily, what is metabolomics?
So Metabolomics provides a basic introduction to the biochemistry of 3 major nutritional components of your diet, which is carbohydrates, proteins, and fats.
Wow, okay. Why is it important?
The study of metabolomics is important because it's a major component of our health in America today.
So you were talking about omega-3 and omega-6.
Mm-hmm.
What are they?
They're both 2 families of EFAs, which stands for essential fatty acids.
Okay. What are omega-3's health benefits?
It has many, but just a few of them that are pretty prominent are improving brain function, eyesight, cardiovascular health, and the nervous and immune system.
Cool. How do most Americans deal with this?
Well, the ideal ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 is 1 to 1. The average American actually, they were studied and they found that their average was 20 to 1.
Wow.
Which is not very close to the ideal ratio, and it's just kind of out of control.
Yeah, I would say so. How do you balance your ratio?
Well, you can eat foods that are higher in omega-3, and you want to avoid foods that are high in omega-6, and you can take DHA supplements.
Oh, okay. So then what foods are high in omega-3?
The foods that are high in omega-3 are fish and leafy green vegetables. So those are good for you. And other vegetables are kind of neutral. They don't really help you. They don't really take away from it. And then ones you want to avoid are excessive amounts of oil,
Okay.
which is like salad dressing and all kinds of stuff.
All right. So what are your ratios and personal experience?
Well, when I first started, my ratio was 8 to 1. And I was like, wow, that's not very good. But then I forgot to add in my supplements, and when I added those in, my ratio flipped, and it changed to 1 to 3, which is much better. So
Oh,
the
that's
supplements have definitely been helping.
That's a significant difference. So what is something that you can use to keep track, like, keep a record or whatever?
I personally use the Chronometer program. It's really simple. It's just chronometer.com, and you add in all your food, and it tells you what your ratios are.
Oh, so you don't have to add it up yourself?
No, it's much simpler.
Oh, that's nice. Any evidence of your hypothesis?
Oh yeah, the hypothesis that the scientists came up with is that increasing your intake of omega-3 improves the working memory of young adults who are at the peak of their cognitive abilities. And some proof, I mean nothing really is proof, but they studied randomized controlled trial in March of 2013, and the DHA supplementation that they used improved both their memory and reaction time.
Listening to Metabolomics. You have been listening to Emily Harms and myself talking about metabolomics.
Emily Harms and
Thank you.
myself talking about metabolomics. Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions?
Hey, I have one. When you guys did the swabs on the different animals, were they 3 different dogs, 3 different horses, 3 different pigs, or were they all the same one and you took multiple samples from the same ones?
They were all the same one. We just took 2 samples of each one.
I see, okay. Good.
How did you take the samples?
Hunt animals down and show the cot swab up there, and then yep.
Pig was a little more difficult.
He is big. He wrestled big.
Why did you guys predict that the horses would be the cleaners?
Because they eat mostly grasses, and grasses mostly water, so we figured that they would be the cleanest.
And then, so your result was the dog ended up having the cleanest mouth, which was actually a contradiction to your hypothesis. You guys thought it was going to be the dirtiest.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you guys have an idea of why the dog might have the cleanest mouth?
Good food.
You brush your dog's teeth.
Nope.
I have a question. How old were the animals? Like, was there a variance in age? Like, was the dog younger or like older?
The dog
versus, like, the horse?
was like 9. I don't know.
Yeah, the horse was 13.
The pig was 3.
And
I'm 17.
no.
But how many 17 in dog years?
Any other questions? Thank you.